I'm Allison Greenhouse. Welcome back. I'm here with two of my very good art friends. This is Betsy Julian. Some call you Miss J. She's the art teacher at Anderson County High School. And this is Cora Julian. Cora is one of my students at Norris Elementary School. Cora, what grade are you in at Norris Elementary School?
Pre-K.
Pre-K. What grade are you going to be in next year?
Kindergarten.
Kindergarten. How old are you?
5.
5. Are you feeling excited for kindergarten?
Yeah!
Yeah, you're going to do so well. Cora's been in preschool at Norris. This is your second year there, right? And we are
Hello.
so excited that you're coming to kindergarten. Okay, so we're here to make art today.
Yeah.
Hello,
Welcome
welcome to the studio.
to the studio.
Welcome to the studio.
Okay, I brought a bunch of stuff for us to play with today.
Yay!
We're going to make marker prints, and there's some different ways to do this.
Let me tell you,
Yeah, tell me.
every time you make something really exciting, you ring the puppy and it goes
Ding, ding, ding. Oh, woof, woof, woof. I like that puppy. It's a, where did you get that?
It's a baby.
It's a baby?
Every time you make something really exciting, you ring the puppy and it goes "Meow."
All right, let's start with Miss J. Let's all have a Ziploc bag. Let's try the Ziploc bag prints first.
I don't call you Miss J because you're my mommy. And
Yeah,
I
you
call
can-
you mommy.
You can call her mommy. Yeah, you can call her mommy. What do you call me?
Miss Greenhouse.
Miss Greenhouse. Okay, and Miss J, I have a variety of markers here today. I have regular Crayolas, just same old Crayola markers. I recently got just one box of these Prang classic markers.
What happened to the TV?
Oh look, now they're showing
Oh,
our.
look, they can show us the markers.
There's a video up above us. See the camera up there?
These are my markers like these.
Yeah. What colors did you pick?
I put purple and greenish and bluish green.
Yep, I love it. So I follow a lot of art teachers on Facebook.
I have to
And somebody
get it.
posted that they really liked these pranks, so I bought a box of these to try. And then this one is the Bic. This was another art teacher recommendation.
Hello,
But they're
guys.
all
Welcome to the studio.
Welcome to the studio. They're all washable. Okay, so what we're gonna do
Washable is
on
good.
this?
I'm a kid. My name is Kua.
They know that.
Cora.
My
They
name
know
is
that.
Kua Julian. My name is Kua Rose Julian.
Cora Rose. Okay, so we're just gonna color on top of this.
Color on our bag.
Color on your bag. So this big white sheet right here, this is just a placemat. So
Oh,
if you
got
get
a
on,
placemat.
yeah. So if you get
Yeah.
off the edge, you can.
That's a good idea. Then we won't mess things up.
But then what? But then how can we draw on the paper?
We'll have to draw on it in a minute when we
Yeah,
do
you
our
can
prints.
draw on that in a minute, but right now we're just gonna color all over. And I think I'm gonna.
Can I draw a princess?
Well, do you want to see how this is gonna look whenever I print mine, and then you can decide if you want to do a princess or not? Actually, wait a minute. Can I give you a suggestion? Let me show you a thing you can do here, Cora.
I really want to make a princess.
Draw a princess with this Sharpie on here first, and then we're gonna print color on it.
Oh my gosh, that's a great idea.
I think
Did
you're
you do
gonna.
that?
I think you're gonna
Draw your
like it.
princess here, and then we'll add color from here.
Yeah, but you got to do it with the Sharpie. You want purple? You can do it with this.
And do purple Sharpie.
Yeah. So if you're gonna print on it, if you want to draw on your
I
print,
want this color too.
Yes.
yeah, you can do that when you do your print.
Let's just set it right here so that you keep your colors.
So if you're gonna print, and more will be revealed, we're gonna make several of these today. It's kind of hard when you're first starting out to understand the process.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna print, you have to use a permanent marker first so that it doesn't bleed. So all I'm doing right
Right.
now is putting color all over this. And there's a couple different things you can do with these kind of prints. You can, and I'm gonna tell you right now, these Bics, these are not, they are not super juicy. That one's
I'm
pretty
making
juicy.
a flamenco.
The Prang
dress.
is almost like a
look.
Sharpie.
Point.
It's
Oh.
see how
that's
dark
nice.
that? Like
Yeah.
it's
Hey,
opaque.
Can I please have that?
Yes.
If they're dried
May I-
out,
May I borrow your purple?
Yes, please.
if they're
Thank you.
dried out, the process doesn't work very good. But there's a couple different things you can do with prints like this. You can draw something first on there, and then print color. One year I had all the students do like a cartoon self-portrait of themselves on like a little piece of paper. And then we did this all over and they printed it. So that's one thing you can do. Or what I'm thinking is we will make a bunch of these and use them in collage. So it'll be like almost like painted paper.
Oh, I love doing that with.
Yeah. So this is just
Collage
like
paper.
a process based.
It's almost like making your own art materials.
Correct.
Yeah. From scratch, from the beginning.
Making it from scratch. And then, so we're going to try this printing process on a Ziploc bag today. And
little one.
yeah, we're going to try it on tin foil. Okay, now I'm ready to try my first print.
I'm just doing the top.
Yeah, you go for it, girl. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to dampen a sponge, and this is just a sponge. I actually cut one sponge into 3 parts because you don't need a real big sponge. But we want to just squeeze out this so it's damp, and just lightly dampen the paper. I'd be curious to see, and I might try this, see what happens if you don't dampen your paper.
I bet it would be kind of splotchy.
Yep. And then let's see what happens.
Like-
this is scrap paper, can you tell?
This is the best stuff to play with,
Paper
though.
is that Paycon tag board.
Actually,
I don't know if you used that or
I
not.
just wanted to do it like that, but I want to color this now.
Okay, now watch what's going to happen. So don't use the Sharpie if
Okay.
you're going to color on that.
Watch Miss Greenhouse. See what happens.
Cornrows.
Look.
I'm going to print this and watch what's going to happen. I had color all over there, and now I'm going to peel this back.
It's gonna be magic.
Oh, look.
Oh my gosh, that would be so beautiful on your princess dress. Would you like to try that?
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
so you got a color.
But can I have? But may I borrow your purple?
Yes, you may use any color that you wish.
There's a variety.
Whoa!
Oh, wow. Oh, Miss J.
That
Yours
one
is way
is
bolder
rocking.
than mine. What purple did
that.
you use? This one? The Bic?
I used
The
This
Crayola.
one? Yeah, this is all Crayola right here.
So the Crayola I opened today, brand new box of Crayola.
Yeah.
That makes the difference because these the kids have been using all year and they're pretty dried out.
Yeah.
So it
now
really
this one
does-
is the blue is this though. Was the praying.
That is beautiful.
Can where's the marker?
The marker top? Right here. You're welcome.
So
That's
another
beautiful.
So you can do this with a Ziploc bag. Let's try that laminated, those laminated pieces. I don't know if it's going to do anything different or not. This was just like leftover. Somebody had laminated something at school,
Love recycled stuff.
and I was like, give me that. You can also use it, obviously, without paper in it. Like this was laminated with a piece of paper in it, but you can just use lamination scraps. You can use old transparencies to do this, and then also tin foil, which we're going to do next.
I've done this with cling wrap too,
Oh, yeah,
Before.
yeah.
but you have to kind of have something hard behind it.
I wonder if you could wrap it like around a board,
Yeah, I think you probably could.
something
Yeah.
like that. Okay.
And I guess that you could also use like a sprayer, and you could spray the actual like bag with a little bit of misted water
Uh-huh.
to
Have you
give
done
it
that
a different
before?
effect. I have not, but I think that would be something to try out.
Well, I had funny you should say that, I had a little Dollar Tree sprayer, like spritzing bottle out today, and I was like, should I bring this? I didn't.
Oh no!
I know I should have. This might be also a good way to teach some color mixing if you
Yeah.
see what happens when like you layer.
Warm colors, cool colors all together. You can
Yeah.
create a pretty cool spectrum.
So I do have some bigger paper, but excuse me, you may not want to fill your whole lamination piece.
And that's a good point, because our paper's only about this big.
Yep. One thing that I did whenever I did this with my students was I trimmed the paper down to the size of the lamination. I use lamination sheets, and I trimmed the paper to be about the same size.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to try and make your print? Hang on, you got to do something first. You have
Yep,
to take
there's a
this
step.
sponge. There's a step we got to do, and lightly just moisten this a little bit with your sponge, not a lot.
Just a little.
Mm-hmm.
Paper will stick.
There you go. And then flip it over. Oh, this is going to be a beautiful princess dress.
Oh, it really is. It'll be an ocean dress almost. Make it nice and flat. Nice
Yeah,
and flat.
press, press.
Push, push, push. Flip it over, flip it over. Oh, I'm so excited.
But now we need.
Oh, yeah, there you
Oh,
go.
you're going to
Go for
double
it.
print
Go
it.
for
Cool.
it. Yeah,
all
why
right,
not?
all right.
There's no wrong way to do this.
Mm-mm.
Oh, wow! That is so
Oh my
beautiful!
gosh.
Here, look, hold it out like this so everybody can see it.
See? Look
Oh,
at that.
Wow, Cora.
That is a beautiful
I was gonna draw the
princess.
princess too.
Do you
You
want
c-
to?
you still can.
You can use this black Sharpie if you want to be able to see her really well. Okay,
Yeah.
Miss J, will you pass me a piece of that white paper?
I surely will.
I'm going to see what happens to print this without wetting it first. I'm just going, like kind of wild.
Crazy woman.
What could happen? What could happen if I don't wet it first? You're right. A little spritz
Little
would work
spritz
good.
would be, yeah.
Oh, like nothing happened.
Nothing happened. Ah, bummer.
Look, it didn't even peel that off.
Yeah, but now you could flip that over.
I'm gonna try.
and
Yeah,
reprint.
I'm gonna reprint.
Yeah.
because I can still use this piece of paper.
I do a watercolor project, kind of like what Cora's doing here.
Yes.
Where the kids will draw out an animal in Sharpie with just the contour lines.
Yes.
And then we'll spray the paper down. It's watercolor paper, so it's really thick.
Yeah.
We'll spray it down with with water, and then I'll have them like drop different colors in the different
Oh yeah.
sections.
Yeah.
You know
It
what?
Those
turns
turn
out
out really
pretty
good.
cool.
You know.
Oh, look at that! So much better.
Oh, that's much better. Yeah.
You know what I'm doing.
You are making beautiful curly hair.
Your princesses always look so nice,
I know.
Miss Cora. Okay.
Let's see
Are you
here.
printing?
Woo!
Oh, that is fun. That looks like fireworks.
It does.
Or zinnias. I love zinnias. I just planted a bunch of zinnias in my yard.
Oh yeah.
Seeds.
We just throw things out there to see if they will grow.
Yeah, see what happens.
Yeah.
Yep. That's
There
my
we
kind
go.
of landscaping as well,
Yeah.
Miss J.
Definitely. Got time. Making art too much.
I know. I
I'm
just
gonna
love
double print it. See what happens. Just because I can.
Oh yeah, why not?
And a little extra marker on there. Ooh, all right. Got a little ghost going on there.
I like that.
Yeah. Okay. You know, try the
Tinfoil.
tinfoil.
Pass me a
Ooh, I
piece.
love this texture. What kind of tinfoil is this?
This is, I ordered this from Amazon for a project that I'm doing with my 4th graders next week. And it's tinfoil sheets.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like an off-brand. It was like 200 sheets in a box. So that way I can
okay.
just pass out sheets. Because
Pass out
sometimes
the
I'm like
sheets.
cutting.
It takes too long to cut it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this came with a little texture on it. They're going to use it for like an armature.
Oh,
So they're going to like wad it up
Yeah.
for the project that we're doing. Which is why I didn't care if it had a texture on it. But then I thought, well, we could play with it today and see.
Ta-da!
Oh, Cora, look at those beautiful lips.
Luscious. Woo.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. There you go. We can see the different layers of the skirt better when you do it that way.
Yeah, outlining it
I'll move
helps.
this out of your way so you don't have to worry about it.
So I'll be curious to see how this turns out with the bumps on it. I was glad that it doesn't appear to have like sometimes it would say like Reynolds wrap like embossed in it.
Yeah, because the embossing would
Yeah,
show up.
the words would show up, yeah.
Woo. I like this. I'm gonna have to get some of this. Woo.
I can send you the link to what I've ordered. So the one thing I tell students is
I'm gonna draw it more.
okay. I mean, I tell them lots of things, but one of the things I mention is to be careful with like what colors they combine because it could end up real brown.
They can get very muddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had a funny conversation with the kid today. She said, "How do I make purple?"
Oh,
And I said, "Red, white, and blue." And she went, "Purple's so American."
purple.
Yes, it
so
is.
American.
So American.
That is so funny. I do like these prangs. That's a nice
Praying mantis.
praying mantis.
Praying mantis.
That's a nice marker tip.
Oh, where's my
What you looking for?
You need your bag?
I want that.
You want some tinfoil? Yeah,
Yes,
of course.
absolutely.
I made lots of tinfoil for us.
There you go. You can even have new paper if you want to make something new too. As you wish.
You like this, don't you?
Even beautiful.
I know.
Even
Cora,
more
I feel like you
beautiful.
are like one of us. We love art.
She is.
We love making stuff. Grayson
Yeah.
Greenhouse also loves making stuff.
Oh yeah, we wish she was here.
I know. Grayson is with his after-school book club at Norris Middle School. They have a really awesome book club.
Grayson, Greenhouse.
You know Grayson Greenhouse, yeah, he's your
You
buddy,
do.
isn't he? And he is celebrating with his book club. They meet every Thursday, and it's like a really fun group.
I just call him Grayson.
Yeah, you can just call him Grayson. He just calls you Cora. Okay, Miss J, I think I'm ready for my paper.
Here
Thanks.
you go.
Thanks, buddy.
Looks like you tried to draw a bee on the back.
Well, it was an elf.
Oh, an elf.
Yeah. I had leftover elves, and I cut them up for us to use today.
Elf parts. Oh no.
You know. Oh, that's sad.
No.
I cut up the elf. Oh my word.
Sorry, I shouldn't say that.
Oh,
High
leftover
school
elf
teacher
parts.
has a
You do. You have a different sense of humor than an elementary teacher. Oh, Miss J.
Oh
So
no.
funny.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Elf parts. Okay, I'm gonna print. Let's see
Sometimes
what
I have
happens.
to be a little naughty, and the elves don't come visit at Christmas.
That's right. Oh, I like what colors you're picking there. This might be one of my favorite colors.
That yes,
ever.
that turquoise. Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Ooh,
let's see.
magenta. Ooh,
Oh.
that is fun. Talk about texture.
I know that's pretty cool. I don't know if it's the markers
Or how much water you're
or how much
using.
water I'm using, or the like.
Ah.
Do you feel like these are all kind of like equal in the printing, like the bag, the tinfoil?
Oh, and you mean in the clarity?
Yeah,
Yes, I do.
they're
I do.
kind of.
I think
It doesn't really matter which method you
Look
pick.
at that.
right.
They're all going to be kind of the same.
But you can get
Do you want to? You want
Ooh,
here? You want to wet that?
no.
ooh la la.
Wet that, and you can print it again. But definitely the key is the markers.
The key is the marker. The marker has to be newish
Yeah, not
and
dried
have a
out.
lot of ink. And then getting the paper perfectly saturated helps.
Yes, because if it's too wet, it's too blurry. Like this one was a little blurry. This one maybe wasn't wet enough, and the markers were too dried out. This one is really nice.
That one is really nice. I
That's
think
my
that you
favorite.
got the paper,
Just right.
yeah, just right.
Where's my other purple? Oh, there.
There it
You
is.
found it.
We have another printing method
And there.
with the styrofoam.
Ah,
And this is a little different. So you could just print this. You could just
Mine
color
is
on
going
this
to
and
be
print it like we've been
better
doing.
than ever, girl.
This one's this is just styrofoam sheets. I order these from like the craft store.
yeah,
But you
I
can-
buy these too.
You can also cut up like a styrofoam paper plate, not a paper plate, a styrofoam plate, like a picnic plate. You could also cut up
A meat tray that was clean.
meat tray, yes, non-used meat tray, or sometimes vegetables come
Yeah.
nowadays, and that's an easy one. And then also the egg carton, if you can find a styrofoam egg carton, you
Well,
can
that
use
would be
that.
really fun because you can make little stamps off the back of it.
Wouldn't that be fun?
That would be neat.
But I wanted us to use a pencil. Oh
Look at
girl!
mine.
Oh girl! That is nice. Do you like making these prints? I might have to send you home with some tinfoil. Do you want to draw a picture in your styrofoam, Miss Jane?
Sure.
So the one thing that I don't encourage my students to do is words.
They have trouble
Words
doing it
have
backwards.
to be backwards. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm making a shooting star style.
I love that. One thing that you can do though is you could, and I've done this before, is you can give the students a piece of paper that's about the same size as this. They do their sketch and then they lay it on top. And that kind of gives them a little help with what to draw. I'm going to do a sunshine.
I'm gonna do some more firework flowers, I think. 'Cause I'm feeling spring today.
Man, are we
making-
not
I'm
ready
making
for summer?
So
I'm
ready.
making shooting the outs.
Ooh, shooting star.
We have this little wading pool in our town where we live, right, Cora?
Yeah.
In the summer, we can go get in the little wading pool. It is really,
It's A+ awesome.
yeah, really fun.
It's super awesome.
Sometimes Grayson likes to meet you at the park.
Yes, even though he's a big kid now, he still comes and plays with the little ones.
Yeah,
He's
he
so
likes-
patient.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And last one.
Yes, she's been asking about that daily. When
About-
is summer getting here so we can go swim?
Yeah, I'm ready to go swimming too.
Yeah.
I would go jump in the lake, but the lake might be a little cold still.
It's a little cold.
Do you want to wet your paper again, or you don't think you need to? Nope, let it go.
Nope. Let it
So-
go. Let it go.
Miss J, before we got on
Oh,
film today, you were telling me you're doing something with styrofoam prints with your students.
Yes. So one of the ways that I start teaching kids about relief prints, positive and negative space, is I use this exact same styrofoam sheeting, and I have them
I
make
got this.
You got this, girl.
kind of quote unquote wallpaper. I'll take like a square of it, like this,
Yes.
and do some sort of geometric design, and then print it across a whole paper. And we'll
Yes.
save that paper. And then I also have them do an artist mark, so some sort of symbol that represents them,
Yes.
so they can see how it works as a mirror reflection. 'Cause
Yes.
any letter that you write is going to be backwards when you print it. And it helps them figure out how that works before we move on to more complicated materials.
And like, this is a really cheap material.
It's
This is
super
a-
cheap.
And do you have them carved with a pencil?
I used to have them
Just
draw
like
it out with a
this.
pencil so
You
that
got
they
this.
can.
You got
You know,
this. You
yeah,
got
you,
this.
you got this, kiddo.
Well, that is
passion.
exciting. I have
Yeah.
also seen one before where they do like a quarter of like a radial design. And
Yeah.
you do it like this, you print it in fours. And it
Yeah.
ends up making a radial design in the end. And that can be a little complicated. Like, I think my elementary students might struggle with that kind of like
That would be
flipping.
a difficult way of, yeah.
But I can see that high school on the
I've done similar things like that with linoleum prints and,
Yep.
and the rubber prints. So
Have you ever used? I've never done this before, but I've seen online people carving into just like a pink eraser.
yes, I've done that too.
Is that fun?
I have, yeah. And
Do you
and
have carving tools?
yes, I use
Careful.
Sorry,
linoleum gouge.
Yes.
And it has a cool little handle, stores all the blades in it and
Yep.
stuff. So yeah, I totally let them use those
That's
when
great.
they get a little bit better at planning.
Well, yeah, because once it's carved, that
That's that.
there's no erasing that,
Yeah,
right?
there's no erasing. You have to plan it out really well. This you don't have to plan out so much. You can't erase it, but it's
Well, it's
low
also-
cost.
Exactly, it's a low expense material. Okay, I think I'm gonna do
I
mine.
think I'll need all of yours.
Have I put in? Do you think I've put enough lines in
I
here?
think you need to squeeze these out a little bit. Can you do that?
What
Woo,
you're making,
boy.
Miss J.
Oh, I'm doing like a flower fireworks situation.
I love that. Okay,
Thank
so
you.
one thing that
Okay, let's get a new
I
paper.
realized
You print this on top of that.
when
and see
I've
what
done in the
happens?
past. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, can we try that? Can we try to print this on top of that and see what happens? That's a great idea. Is
I
I
like
never
to see what happens.
I print something and I think, oh, I should have added more lines.
Oh, that's true.
So I'm
Yeah.
gonna add a few more lines, and then I'm
What
gonna
happens?
What? What? Look at the TV.
look at
Yeah.
that. Oh man, turn
There's
it over.
you.
Let's see what happened.
Flip that over. We want to
Wait.
see. We want to see. Just wait.
Wait for
Do
it.
not rush the artistic process.
That's right.
Hey, ready?
Ready? Drum roll, please.
Ooh.
Whoa! Looky there. That's great.
That's
that did not turn out the way I thought it would. It's lighter than I thought it would be.
Look at these beautiful
Isn't that
things.
interesting to do experiments with art supplies? You just never know what's going to turn out. Okay, so now I'm going to color this the same way I did the plastic. Is that how you do yours, Miss J?
Yes. That,
Use the markers.
And I almost always use a good old washable Crayola marker for this one.
Yeah.
Even in high school, they're a good tool for
Yep.
Lots
really,
of stuff.
there's a lot of, it seems like in the last 5 years, a lot of new markers, washable markers have come out on the market, but really, I don't think you can beat a Crayola.
You can't. It's just classic,
Just
and
a
it just
classic.
works.
Yep.
every
always
time.
works, Yeah.
And you can even like dip them if they get dry. You can dip them in water and
Oh, I
paint with
saw,
them.
can I tell you, I saw on Facebook or Instagram or Pinterest, where I follow a lot of teachers again, somebody said that they took an eyedropper and put a couple little drops of concentrated liquid watercolor, black liquid watercolor, because these were dried out. She's like, I can't order more. The year's almost over.
Yeah.
And she set them in a cup like this, like face up, so it would kind of soak in. And then
Check out this.
the next day, her liquid watercolor
It worked.
Check out me.
Oh, I
See?
like
Whoa,
that so much.
a
It's
second
beautiful.
print.
Can I have my phone?
Can you
You
have
want
what?
some foam? Yes.
Oh,
yes.
yeah. Here's a pencil if you want to draw on your
I
phone.
want,
your
I want
phone.
a huge phone. Though.
Yeah, there's some bigger
Yeah,
ones.
there's
under
some
there.
bigger one right here.
Yeah, I don't
Want
have
this
any
big one?
huge ones. That's about the biggest one I have. Do you want that one?
Is there one or two there?
Yeah, you can have whatever you want.
There's one. All right. Draw a beautiful picture on there.
I did order last year. I ordered some foam, like 100 foam squares that were like this big off of Amazon, and they were the cruddiest, thinnest. Like as soon as you started sketching it with your pencil, it would like tear. I was so bummed.
That is a bummer.
It was, but they were super cheap, so I guess I should, that's what
Oh,
get what you pay for.
live and learn.
Yeah, I was like,
know.
oh wow, these are terrible, but we still made stuff with them.
You
but-
could cut them up and turn them into something.
Yeah. Oh yes, don't worry, they will be used. Do not fear, we will figure out something to do with them. But it was kind of like a bummer.
Oops, I accidentally did this.
What happened?
That's okay.
Oh, that is
We'll see.
okay.
I want another one.
Here, flip it over. Yeah, flip it over.
No.
Okay.
And we can still see the lines.
All right, get another one.
How
I can't
about?
reach it. I want
Oh.
the biggest one again.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, be careful because we might run out of big ones.
We might run out of big ones. Yeah, that's okay though.
Yeah.
But we can always buy more, right?
We can buy more.
We
Yeah.
could buy more. We just need to
I'm always good for
You
some
know.
art supplies.
take our time and enjoy ourselves.
That's right.
And it's okay to mess up sometimes.
Absolutely okay to mess up.
Sometimes the best art comes from oopsies.
Happy mistakes. That's
Happy
what my
little
kids say.
mistakes.
Sometimes we have to make a happy mistake.
There you go.
So you said they're doing some kind of geometric design on theirs and some kind of like artist like signature.
An artist signature, yes. So we're gonna look at different artist signatures, like Albrecht Dürer. He
Yep.
likes to do an A
Yep.
and a D together, and then Vermeer. He just put VMEER, and
Yep.
then MC Escher. He was just MCE.
That's
Like
cool.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then they'll have to figure out how to print those. Backwards.
Yeah.
And that's the brain twist right there.
That's
Is
awesome.
figuring out
I
how
love
that works.
A few
And if
years,
they can
oh,
do
go ahead.
that, then they can do anything.
Yeah, absolutely. Figuring that backwards piece out. A few years ago, my folks went to, took a trip to China, and they came back with this really cool jade stamp.
Yeah.
And they bought it they had it custom made for me in some little shop, and it says GHouse, but it's in Chinese letters, and it's like a stamp.
A stamp. Is it? I think those are called Inken. Is that right?
I don't know.
I think they're called Inken.
It was
I
really
think
cool.
so.
It
And
was
that's
really
awesome
cool.
because you could just dip that in ink and
Yep.
or paint or put it in clay.
Yeah, well, at the time I was doing a lot more pottery than I
Mm-hmm.
am now. It was actually, I say it was not that long ago that they went, but I don't think Grayson was born yet. Now he's 13. Seems like they just had that trip.
Well,
Probably
it seems
15
like
years ago.
Grayson was just born to me. So
Well, so they,
He's all grown up.
yeah, I think Mom intended for me to use it in clay, which I have before, but I've also used it on an ink pad and different ways like that. It's pretty cool.
Oh no, look! I feel like shot. Look,
Oh.
there's bumps on her eyes.
oh,
it's okay. Don't get
no.
I
discouraged.
messed up.
Messed up again. Okay, you
Yeah.
can have one more page.
You want to try again?
Yeah.
Yep, no biggie.
Okay.
Try again.
Can I play with this princess while you're
Oh.
doing a new one?
Can Mom work on that one?
Can you try to fix it?
Yeah.
I will try.
Yeah. Okay,
I'll do my print first, though.
Miss J, I think I'm ready to
And then
print
I'll work
this.
on that. I think you are too. It's
I
beautiful.
like one of those. I want to make a flower.
Oh, can I print one for you? And you can have it? Or do you want to print?
I want.
You want to do a little one.
There you go.
Okay,
Okay,
there
I'm
we
going to
go.
try to print mine now. I'm going to dampen the paper. Let's see what happens here. So this is a good home summer project. If you're at home with your
Yes.
kids and you want to do this at home, because all of these materials are relatively easy to come by. Like you might already have a lot of this at your house, even if you're not an art teacher.
Even if you're not an
Or
art
art
teacher.
supplies.
I mean, we do
would do
have a
such a
lot of
thing?
stuff at our house that the normal person doesn't have. But
Yeah, but
these things are all
tinfoil,
obtainable.
Crayola markers, water sponge, the styrofoam even you can get from, like we said, grocery store items. Okay, I'm printing. I would recommend having a placemat,
Yes.
having wet wipes on hand should you need them. Okay, ready?
Ready.
Oh! Oh my gosh, I'm so excited!
That one is really nice.
Okay, now I will tell you all, this turned out, the styrofoam printed more bold than
Yes.
the tinfoil, than the plastic, than the lamination. That is ding, ding, ding. Or wait, what are we supposed to say? Woof, woof, woof. Woof, 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 woof. The puppy's really happy for my print. And the cool thing about this, everybody, is that you could print this again. Like you would just color it again.
Yeah, you could print it a
Do
bunch of
Do we
times.
take these home?
Yeah, we can take them
Yeah,
home.
we
This
are.
would make a great thank you card.
You could do your own Christmas cards.
Custom made cards.
Yeah.
Oh,
Postcards are fun.
Everybody, look, who would not want to get that in the mail,
Oh, I put that on my fridge immediately.
right? I could even put like, I love you at the top and bottom. Like I lined that up just right. Don't.
We could
Please-
make it a love card.
Please
You could
ignore
make a love card.
Please ignore the elf parts on the back. Don't mind the elf parts.
All right, there's my little flowers.
Oh wow, Miss J! That
Yeah.
is beautiful.
And look,
wow.
a series has been created.
A series has been created because you went with a theme of flowers and a similar color theme. You could do one more and you'd have like a triptych situation.
Triptych.
I
Well,
know. Look at all
Cora's
these-
she's gonna do it, I think, and then we'll have our collection.
Yeah, let's see. Oh, this is looking really good, Cora. I like this so much.
It's gonna be a girl flower.
A girl flower. Wonderful. Miss J, are you gonna keep working on that?
This is
princess?
so
I am. I'm gonna just like
Why-
play around with the eyes.
Tell me why
and
it's hard.
stuff. Ooh, it's
Cora,
hard to do.
did you say it's hard?
No.
Oh, I thought
No.
you said it's so hard. What did you say?
It's so cool.
No.
Oh,
Okay.
what colors are you gonna color your flower?
I'm busy. I'm doing really. I'm trying to be busy.
I'm trying to be busy. You are busy.
I'm sorry. I'm distracting you. Carry
Oh,
on.
I see.
Carry on.
All
Okay,
right.
I think I'm gonna do one more styrofoam print. And
Oh yeah.
what if I did,
How much bridal fit did you do?
how much what?
Bridal fit did you do?
Styrofoam?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I just printed one,
Just
one so far.
Mhm.
What if I did a backwards G?
I'm
Yeah,
gonna.
you could see if you
I'm
could do
just
that.
gonna do one.
Yeah, you can. GHouse. Look, this is my
Yeah,
GHouse.
that would work. Yeah.
It's pretty
GHouse.
simple.
That's your little artist mark.
Yeah.
Your signature.
But I have to go over it with the
Yeah.
pencil real quick, right?
If you had some tissue paper or some tracing paper,
Yes.
you could write your letter and then just flip it over
Oh, yeah,
right
yeah.
on top of the styrofoam
Oh, that's a great way to,
and
yeah.
trace it on there, and then
Yep.
you would have that.
Yep.
I wonder if I could do that with like a piece of foil. could be interesting.
You probably could.
Like I could write it in, I'm gonna write Cora's name on here.
Flip it over.
And then flip it
press
over and see what happens. C. Cora. And then all I really need is like a ghost print.
Yeah, to be able to see it, to transfer it. Let's see.
Ooh.
I'll be curious to see what that does.
Well,
Yeah, it gives you a little bit of
it
something.
kind of works. Maybe if I dampen the actual
Just a little
foam.
bit. See what happens.
Just a tiny bit. Nothing to lose, everything to gain.
I know, right? I love making art experiments. Nope.
Nope,
Also
doesn't
didn't
work.
work.
Doesn't work.
Oh my gosh.
That's all right, but the other way does kind of work, so I'll do that again.
Now, if you were doing this with your students, you would choose, they would do it on a much smaller scale, right? Because it's something that they would
Yes.
print like on,
Yeah, it's something
corner
that
of
they
an
would
artwork.
keep, and then we reuse it.
yeah.
And it generally leads into a larger unit where.
Are you ready to color?
I'm already coloring.
Go for it, girl. Go for it.
Nope. But that's
Still no.
okay. Nope, that's all right. So what you could do is you could go.
But I do like the idea of using the yep, there you go.
Yeah.
With the
Using the
light
tissue
blue,
paper.
I only have the dark blue.
Or even like a
Oh, it's hiding under your prints.
thin paper towel would work too, I think.
Yep.
I'll put your prints right here by mine so they don't disappear.
Cora, are you going on a field trip this week?
Yeah. Where are you going to go?
Mobile Beach.
Well, we are going to Myrtle Beach.
Can I come?
Heck yeah, you can
Of
come. We'll have room.
Ah, I could fit in the car with you, couldn't I?
Yeah.
But where are you going with Miss Cotton?
To the zoo.
To the zoo. To the zoo. Miss J, will you hand me one of those scraps of
Sure.
part paper?
And what animal are you excited to
I
see?
was just gonna ask you that.
Giraffe.
I knew it.
Giraffe.
Giraffes are my favorite animal. How could I not want giraffes?
I know, they're so beautiful.
They're your favorite. I know they're
I
beautiful.
love their little dots on them.
Yes.
So
And they all have different dots, don't they?
yeah. They're beautifully different. And they're
Oh,
so
wow.
tall.
I want.
Looky there.
See that?
Where,
GHouse.
GHouse.
Looks like an Easter egg.
where is
What color are you looking for now, sis?
I'm looking for light pink.
Light pink. This one's light pink. And
No, I don't want salmon pink.
Not Sam. She doesn't want salmon pink.
Ooh, that's magenta. That would be beautiful.
I am the art teacher's daughter. I don't want salmon pink.
She knows. I mean, this one is greenish or bluish green.
That's right. I don't
Yeah,
want
I
salmon
mean,
pink.
she knows.
I love it. This is looking so pretty.
Do.
I also one time ordered sponges. I don't know if you've ordered sponges before that come and they're flat and they're really easy to cut. And then when they wet, they pop out. They come like a sheet.
That's fun.
It's like I know they're so fun. So if you ever needed to like actually cut a sponge like into a heart shape or whatever,
You could do that so easily because it's so hard to
'Cause
cut
it's-
one of the big thick
it's
ones
like
that.
thin like this,
Yeah.
and then you cut it whatever you want, and then you wet it, and it becomes a sponge like this. Have you ever seen that before?
I've never seen
I
that.
know.
That is super
really
awesome.
cool.
It's like they're super dehydrated and flattened.
With my picture.
Which picture?
Yeah, the paper.
This is
This
the
one?
paper. You got to wet it first.
Yep. Wet it with a sponge first.
But look how tall it is.
That's okay.
Oh,
I want it to be the exact same size.
Well,
there's another piece.
that one's tallish. Well, nope, it's not.
Find the tallest one we got, Miss J.
Tallest one. This is what we have.
That's the tallest one
All
we
right.
got.
Get your paper wet before you print. There you go.
You got this, girl.
You know what else Cora loves about the zoo?
What's that?
The big play area.
Oh, what's not to love?
I know. She loves the sandbox. And the
Yes.
slide.
You might want to wet that. Can we wet it just a touch more?
Oh, and the frogs. Always loves the frogs.
I like the otters.
Yeah, they're really funny.
They're so fun to
They are
watch them swim.
so silly. I think I need some blue.
Miss J, you're saving that, princess. That looks wonderful.
Thank you.
Oh, wow, Cora. You're doing a beautiful job here. Let's see it. Yes!
Whoa! She's amazing! Wow! Look at how gorgeous. That is the best.
And then, yeah, and then you can just get right back at it and print some more.
Yeah.
No.
No, you don't
No?
want to print again. You just want to color her in.
Cool. Do it the way you like it.
Yep. That could be a bookmark.
It could
No,
be.
I don't want it to be a bookmark.
Oh, well, okay.
Well, it could be, but does it have,
Doesn't have to be.
Doesn't have to be. Could just be beautiful artwork.
Okay, well, we're going to say bye for now from the ACTV studios. Hey, everybody, if you do any marker prints at home, you can share them with me, and I'm on Facebook and Instagram at GHouse Studio.
And goodbye. I love you.
And goodbye. We love you.
We love you.
Thanks for coming to art class today. Did you have fun?
And remember.
Yeah, she's going to keep going.
Hey, thanks for checking out the prints, and reach out if you make any art. I would love to see what you make, and we'll see you next time. Bye.